Hello everyone, this is part 2 of how to remineralize your teeth, and I'm sorry for the delay. I meant to shoot this a lot sooner, but I'm happy to be back with you today, and I hope everyone out there is doing well. I hope you're taking the necessary precautions to maintain your health and your safety and your families as well. I'm trying to do the same thing, and again, I'm happy that you're here, and I hope if you are sick, I wish you a speedy recovery, and please be safe out there. Okay. Right then, today's video we're going to focus on expanding on what we discussed in the first video. We talked about the company Primal Life Organics, and I want to talk to you about some of these products in further detail. I've got 3 specific products I want to talk to you about, and one of the products we discussed already, but I just want to give you some more information about it, how it can be used to benefit you, give you strong oral health. All right. And we're also going to talk about the origins of Primal Life Organics. It's a very interesting story. One that I was fascinated by when I first read about it, and I think you'll be really interested in those details. Okay, I want to begin with my personal history with the dentist. Should say my lack of history when I go back to the very beginning. As a small child, I was someone who I liked sweets like any other kid, but I was never obsessed with having candy every day. So I was someone who would have I'd have some occasional binges where I would eat some here and there, but I knew my limits. It seemed like I had an internal voice that would just tell me, okay, this is enough. It's good, but you need to slow down. You need to stop at this point. And so I think as a result, I never had serious problems with my teeth. My problem is my teeth were just all over the place. They were just crooked. They were not straight. And so, and as a young kid, that I didn't really worry about that. So, but that was the case until I was 8 years old. I actually had a cavity, and I really wasn't fazed by it. I had the cavity, and I said, I have a cavity, and I was expecting then to have to go to the dentist to have it taken care of, but fate intervened, and what happened was that tooth got very loose, and then it fell out, and a few days later, or several days later, it grew back perfectly healthy. So I was very lucky, very blessed in that situation. And I think in my wisdom at that young age, I realized that was a chance, a blessing that I had been given, so I wanted to make the most of it. So I just began making sure that I brushed 2 to 3 times a day. And as I mentioned before, I was never really into sweets that much, so that part wasn't a problem. And ate pretty healthy too. As we talked about, or as you may have heard before, it's important to eat healthy foods, healthy snacks in order to maintain the strong, healthy teeth. And so I did that at a young age. I was blessed to have parents who ate healthy for the most part as well. And so I didn't have any issues from that time, being 8 years old, and up until 20. And I bring up the age 20 because that's my first visit to a dentist. All those years I didn't go. I didn't have any cavities after that first one. And when I did go, what I went there for was to get all of those teeth that I mentioned were crooked and were not straight, to get those fixed. So that was my reason for going to the dentist. And so I was blessed. I felt very happy and thankful that there were no issues. And so I had some extractions during that time, and I had braces for a long time. I had braces for about 6.5 years. Yeah, it took quite a while to straighten the teeth out, but it was worth it. And so again, from that point on, I never had any issues with cavities or any serious issues. I always maintained a consistent routine with brushing in the mornings, and then in the evenings, of course, before bed. So that always worked for me, and I continued to eat healthy foods as well. So I didn't have any issues. Not until I mentioned before, when I went to the dentist, I believe it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, they discovered one cavity, and I was shocked because, again, I was eating healthy, and then eventually that went up to 5. So now I was really worried when I heard that, and I went to, this might have been 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. The dental assistant who was doing the cleaning, she said to me that, oh, you have 5 cavities, but they're really small. And she said that you probably don't need these filled. I think there were 2 that needed to be filled, she said, but the others were really small, and no work probably, they probably didn't require any work. And so this was very interesting, because a few minutes later, the dentist came in, and he looked at the x-rays, and his opinion and his outlook was totally different than hers, or from hers. He said that, okay, we're going to set you up to come in here and get all of these teeth filled. So on the one hand, she was telling me that you have some small minor cavities that can go without fillings. They're okay. They will be okay. And I had the dentist who said, okay, we're going to get all these teeth filled in, try to make an appointment as soon as possible. So from that visit, that's really what got me interested in alternative forms of healing these cavities. And I did a lot of research from that point on. I considered making an appointment to go and have these cavities filled, but it just was something in me. The dental assistant is the voice that just kept ringing in my ear, in terms of, you probably don't need fillings for these small cavities. And so that really caused me to really go online and really do my research. And that's when I came up with Primal Life Organics. And I saw what they were offering, and I read some testimonials as well. And the combination of those two things is what really, forced me to move and order the products as soon as possible. And so what I want to talk about now is the company itself, Primal Life Organics. And I'm a member. You can sign up for membership when you order products from Primal Life Organics. You get free membership, and it's really a great thing, because the CEO, Trina Felber, she does a really good job of sharing important information with you. She'll send emails that tell you why, how these products can directly benefit you, and how you can apply them, how you should apply them. And she has tutorial videos on Facebook where she shows you how to apply some of these products if it requires. For example, with the gum serum, she talks to you about the different ways that you can apply it. And I discussed that a little bit in the first video, and I'm going to get into a little bit of that as well a little later on. But yeah, so she gives you a lot of really good things, good information when you sign up for free membership. One of the best things that you get are the discounts. Every few days I get texts from the company saying, oh, there's 25% off deal, there's a 50% deal, just use the code that they give you. And they come, I would say every week there's a discount code that's being sent to me, and it's really good to know that. So when it is time for you to order some products, then you can just put the code in and you can get that discount. So I'm really really happy with that, with all of the benefits that you get from the free membership. And so another thing that I saw recently was an email. This was actually a few months ago. And Trina Felber, she basically broke down what caused her to start the company. And it really started with her daughter, her young daughter, cavities, and she was in need of a root canal for not one tooth, but multiple teeth. And she, like me, and I think like you, didn't want to go the conventional route. And so she's a registered nurse for over 30 years. So she decided to do a research and to really look at some alternatives to see what are the natural ways that could possibly heal her daughter's teeth. And she was able to find the ingredients that were necessary, and the results were amazing. Her daughter's teeth were healed over time, without any root canals, without any fillings. Everything was taken care of naturally and holistically based on what she was able to formulate with these different products. She put these ingredients, these key ingredients, into these products, and those are the products that are on the market today that I use and that many others use and have had wonderful results with these products. Okay, and so the first product I want to discuss is one that we talked about in the first video, and that is the gum serum. Okay, and the gum serum is really great because I think it really does multiple things for our mouths and for our oral health, and not just with the cavities and with the other issues, the painful gums that you may be experiencing, the gum disease. It works on all of these things. And I had a couple of you mention root canals in the first video, and so let's think about that. So Trina Felber, the primary reason she started this company was because of her daughter, who not only had cavities but was in need of root canals for multiple teeth. So if she was able to use these products, her daughter was taking these products and was able to heal naturally, then this is something you definitely need to take advantage of. And the gum serum is so important because it starts at the base. We have these problems with our teeth. We want to get into the gums, and this gum serum goes directly into the gum tissue and promotes healing right away. I know for me, I had one of these 5 cavities that I mentioned before was on this side, on my right wisdom tooth, and it was really set up in a strange way, the way my tooth and the gum were connected. So let's say this is my wisdom tooth, and I had an overlapping gum, and it covered about half of that tooth. So when they told me that I had a cavity on my wisdom tooth, I really wasn't surprised with that one because there was just no exposure with that overlapping gum. And so when I started ordering the products, one of the first things I did was to take the gum serum and apply it to that wisdom tooth. I was doing it probably twice a day at that point to see what changes, if any, I would notice, and they were immediate. What happened was that overlapping gum, it folded back. And it naturally shaped itself, or formed a more natural shape around the back of the wisdom tooth. And it also healed the cavity. And so that was a bonus in both ways. It reshaped the gum and it healed the cavity. And so from that point on, I was sold. I didn't need any more convincing that these products are very strong and very effective. And so I mentioned before in the last video about the tooth powder. And the tooth powder is, again, something that's very important in the fight against the cavities and any other oral issues that you may be having. And so today I want to show you the alternative to the tooth powder. If you're like me, you grew up on toothpaste, and so a little over a year ago, I was happy that Primal Life Organics introduced a line of toothpaste, and they're really, really good. They have different flavors, and I'm going to focus first on the one that I started ordering when I noticed that the company was beginning to sell toothpaste. So the first flavor is the bubblegum flavor. Here we go. And this has an orange citrus type of flavor, and it's has all of the wonderful ingredients that we find in the tooth powder, and this is alkalizing, so it's very good for the mouth. It's really great when you use it for, you brush like we normally would for 2 minutes, and then they also give you the alternative. You can rinse as well, because this is full of wonderful ingredients, colloidal silver, and the special clays that are used as well. These are things that you really want to get into your gums and your teeth. So when you finish brushing for 2 minutes, don't hesitate to rinse. I'm sorry, not rinse, swoosh it. Swish it in your mouth for a few more seconds, just to get all those wonderful ingredients into your teeth and into your gums to really take effect. I wasn't doing that at first with the powders. I would just brush the standard 2 minutes, and that was good as well. But you can also do it this way to get even more benefits. Swish it around for a few seconds after that 2 minutes of brushing, and you'll see really good results. Okay, so after several months of the bubblegum flavor, I wanted to switch it up and see what other flavors tasted like, and see if they was as effective. And so now what I use, now I'm hooked on this one. This is black spearmint, and this is really good as well. You can see it's now this one, it throws you a little bit because let's look at this one. So as you can see, it looks like shoe polish. So when you first start to brush, your teeth look like you've eaten a bag of Oreos. They're just completely black when you first brush, but it will vanish, and you see really white teeth after a while, because this has really great ingredients. This is made with charcoal and the clays as well, and I really have seen a lot of results with this one, because now I make it a point to, after I brush the 2 minutes, I swish all the time. I didn't do that with the bubblegum flavor. I really didn't. I would just focus on the 2 minutes of brushing. But with this, I've made it a point to really swish it around, and it's been amazing. To get back to those 5 cavities. So from that point on, that was 2 years ago, and I want to say the spring of 2018, I went and they told me about the 5 cavities. So I came back 6 months later, and I had started using Primal Life Organics, and it was 4 cavities, because the one on the wisdom tooth had healed. And then I came back 6 months later, and it was 2 cavities. So I've gone from 5 to 2 at that point. And I was looking forward to the next visit, but unfortunately that was in March of this year. And so that's when the pandemic had taken over, and so that visit was canceled. And so, but it's really important. See, now we're in a situation where we can't get out for our 6-month dental visits. And so we need to have these products in-house so that they can take care of our cleaning, and they can take care of our maintaining the strong oral health that we want. That some of us, we go to the dentist for the cleanings and these other things, procedures that will help us to maintain those strong, healthy teeth. Well, if we have these products in-house, that will be taken care of. because these are natural, holistic ingredients that will really help us to maintain not only the strong oral health, but they will whiten our teeth as well. Trina Felber has a whitening system that's really great. If you go on to the website, you'll be able to see that, in addition to the other products as well. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk to you about is this toothbrush. Okay. And so this toothbrush is the handle here. This is bamboo, and these bristles are infused with charcoal. Okay, and this is really, really good for removing plaque and maintaining, again, the white, healthy teeth. And this is used also in conjunction, if you use this in conjunction with the toothpaste, what you do is you use your normal brushing procedures. You dip this in the water and then you shake it before you put it in the toothpaste. Okay, and then just follow the normal routine, the 2 minutes, and then I would suggest the swishing for about 20 to 30 seconds after that, because again, these ingredients, you want to get them deep into your mouth to really see. That goes back to, this is going to do the work for you, instead of having to go to the dentist to correct problems. You want to be aggressive in the process of taking care of that, getting all the benefits of these products, so that they will take care of our mouths for us. Once they get into our teeth and into our gums, we'll have those strong, healthy teeth. And since we can't go out to the dentist for our simple cleanings, again, these products will take care of that. Okay. All right. So I hope this video was as helpful as the first one. Again, please don't hesitate to ask any questions that you might have, any comments. Be sure to leave those as well. And I look forward to answering all of them, and I look forward to getting some more feedback in our next video. Hopefully I won't take as long for the next one, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Again, please take care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.